at Willow Run, Michigan, which was claimed to build a B-24 Liberator every 103 minutes. And it was the Lockheed Vega factory at Burbank, California that built B-17G Sally B, which will be seen there. Nowadays to take in. They were enormous, most formations, and the odds were not in favour of their crews. In the first year of operation by the 8th Air Force in 1942-43, just 36% of heavy bomber airmen had a chance of completing their tour of 25 missions. No wonder that B-17 Sally B was so ever the example of the type in Europe. It's so revered as a flying memorial, no wonder it's so important. Gary Sambo, the team from B17 Preservation Limited, based here at Duxford, keep it flying with your enthusiastically received support. German fighters, and the longer-range escort fighters came in with the US Army Air Force. The B-38 went in first, followed by the B-47 Thunderbolt, and then the B-51 Mustang. It truly changed the course of that bomber offensive. And here we see the two little friends, the two Mustangs, falling up on B-17 Sally B. Bigger bomb bay, better bomb aiding equipment. The main tactic of the 8th Air Force, as I said, daylight rated its German industrial facilities and transport and resupply networks like the likes of marshalling yards and railway junctions. But the conditions on board the B-17s and B-24s at altitude were pretty hellish, it has to be said. Noisy, cold, with little armour plating or protective personal equipment, so nothing about ever-present. On the other end of the road by B-17, well, Michael was a teenager at the time, manning a German anti-aircraft factory in Berlin.
That must have been really something to put that information all the time. I had a great admiration for that kind of thing. Yes, I did. I mean, it must have been terrible to fly back then. You saw the stripes right there. They were so high, you know, there was long stripes all over the place, right, you know. I remember one American Airways was, I think, the Kennedy Jones, U-1944. We sat there, we talked with it, flying to Leipzig and Dresden or somewhere there to the south. But suddenly, I said, there on the building, we saw all these lines right there.
F-109s to attack. Here we have developing a typical late war dogfight, with the two Bouchons being due course in pursuit by a pair of Mustangs. The story of the Mustang is a really remarkable one with a British element division states to procure American raw material for British use as completely safe. It was simply safe to the war for Britain safe. In the morning, they were procuring more British P-40s to equip the RAF. Tested by the aircraft development unit by the Aviation B17 42 by a test pilot named Ronald Parker. He thought that applause. Back road to the Mustang. Effort in developing the tectonic landforms involved in the trials of Duxford. Described by the Mustang. In the American Air Museum, later converted to the B17. Likewise, the Mustang B78.2 colours inside the American Air Museum. Well, Huey Lowe is the man who's marketing that aircraft. He is. There on the big screens, Lieutenant B17 on Duxford a couple of years ago, talking about his time in the 78 Fighter Group, doing one of the personal stories from the So they looked like a well and truly seen off, as they were so often in the period during the latter part of the Second World War. Reflecting on the many different types of US personnel who were involved in the war effort, life on the British bases as well would have been somewhat alien experience for many of them who may never previously have journeyed outside their home country. Of course, there were tens of thousands of them, different people with different experiences, ethnic minorities for instance. There were just 12,000 black personnel amongst those of the Army Air Force in the UK, out of a total of hundreds of thousands. James Waddell was an African-American serviceman who came to Britain, part of the US Air Engineer Battalion working on airfield construction. He reflects on his experiences.
We're all in this country together. We should not make it discrimination for race. And that's from my application American citizen. White, blue, black, or green, we all fight for the same red, white, blue. We all fight for the protection of this country. No other country but this country. I cannot stand a person saying, what is your race? You understand? Now, you don't ask the German, are you German or what? I'm quite the pacifier. Don't call me white, don't call me black, nothing. Call me James American citizen. I will live and I die with that vote.
Those engineer battalions had a huge task because not only did the 8th and 9th Air Forces in the UK take over existing RAF stations like Duxford, but they also had to construct a huge number of new airfields for their own use, and of course for the 8th Air Force that turned East Anglia almost into one huge airfield. Well, that was our Second World War scenario. I mentioned Sally B's crew earlier of Peter Copers and Bill Tollett. We had Cliff Spink and Steve Jones in the two Bouchons provided by Spitfire Limited and the Aircraft Restoration Company, the latter of them in different colours for filming purposes at the moment. The TF-51D Mustang of the fighter collection was flown by Brian Smith, and Large Ness from Norway in the Sharkmouth RAF marked P-51, which is operated by the Norwegian Spitfire Foundation. Give credit to those involved in the previous sections of our historical pageant this afternoon. John Romain was in the Spitfire 1A, Stu Goldspeak, the Spitfire 5 of the fighter collection, Dave Harvey, the Hurricane, and those three Harveys flown for us by Lee Proudfoot, Martin Overall and John Dodd.